In Jordan Shipley's final season together at Texas, the repetitive television and print pieces on the two best friends became a running joke for Longhorn Nation. Hey, did you know that their dads room together, or that they always go and fish and hunt together? The joke even extended to the two younger brothers. Now it's their time at Texas to be known for who they are and not who their older brothers are. Here's McCoy Shipley, part 2.
Of course, their fathers were roommates in college. The McCoy and Shipley families have known each other for a very long time.
Everyone on TV probably gets annoyed at the whole background, but I mean, it's true.
We talked about these two being roommates. They've been buddies since they were kids.
Our family's been close for a while, and this is something that when we were both picking our colleges, we wanted to play together also. So once we got here, you know, it was left up to us to get on the field and do our part.
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. The similarities between Shipley and older brother Jordan and Case and Cole. Same personality, same type of coaches, kids, Shipley and McCoy. Very serious about football. They love football. They work hard at it.
Case McCoy and Jackson Shipley have long been unable to avoid comparisons to their older brothers. But those comparisons were amplified when they connected for the first time under the same lights that made Colt and Jordan famous.
The first catch that he made, I think I was probably more caught up in the fact that he leaped in the air and made a really nice play.
Shotgun snap to McCoy. Case under some pressure, rolling right, throws on the run downfield. Ball caught by Shipley. Out of bounds. What a catch by Shipley. Have we seen this movie before? McCoy to Shipley?
The second catch is where all of a sudden it kind of clicked to me, and that seemed, if such a phrase can exist, classic McCoy to Shipley.
I got to watch a little bit of the game at the hotel after meetings. Just having a little deja vu.
You know, I've seen him, I've watched him, I know what he can do, and so I think he's capable of doing some really good things.
It's exciting. I know looking out there and seeing an 8, it's just like watching the last 8 that was here.
Hey, oh boy. Yeah, I love you. Good job making catches.
Like Colt and Jordan, Case and Jackson are roommates. Their brothers were inseparable. And they are too.
We're a lot closer, actually, I think, than Jordan and Colt were, just because we've been around each other a lot longer. We've known each other since we were about 8 years old.
While Jackson Shipley was awarded the offensive game ball in each of the first 2 games, in case McCoy worked his way into the starting lineup by the 3rd, the two still have a long way to go before they approach their brothers' legacies.
What was the number? 234 times Colt and Jordan hooked up during their time at the University of Texas. So as Mac told me the other day, they've only got 232 more to go.
I think one thing is I'm not Colt, and Jackson's not Jordan. Everyone asks me what's it like being Colt's brother. I said, well, I've been his brother for 20 years. I mean, I don't know anything different. Our brothers are great football players, but on the other hand, they're great guys, and they're role models to all of us.
We've only seen, perhaps, the beginning of it, but there is a quality of familiarity there.
Their Texas careers are just getting started, but it's a near impossible act to follow for Case McCoy and Jackson Shipley. Their older brothers connected 234 times at Texas for over 3,000 yards and 30 touchdowns on their way to rewriting the Longhorn record books. Through 3 games, Case has hit Jackson 5 times for 54 yards. Well, you're going to love this. Here's the El Arroyo sign on 5th Street. Saturday night, for the years, this restaurant has put out clever signs that have something to do with current events. And this, of course, this topic Saturday were the McCoys and the Shipleys. Just looking for one more duo. I think that's going to be it, though. Still to come on the show, we go all access to see how push-ups help the offensive line gain respect for the running backs. Plus, you don't want to miss Major Applewhite trying his hand at them. And we go extra. Our former North Carolina point guard and reality winner helps the Cowboys beat the 49ers in overtime. You won't believe how long this guy celebrated for.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance invites you to register at datewithagreat.com for a VIP experience with Texas legends Quan Cosby and David Thomas. Date with a Great is exclusively brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, where moments worth covering are never accident.
We're going to work.
One more.
No holes for the rats to crawl in now.
Lift.
Everybody's working.
Chest up, work your hip.
We got enough football players in here to win every game.
Drive.
You can either be part of the problem or you can be part of the solution. We need solutions.
There we go.
And that's why you become a great football team.
That's how you do it, Luciano.
Texas All Access, Wednesdays at 8 on the Longhorn Network.
And what you're here to do is grow up.
I had this bad boy installed a couple of years back so I could watch game tape and DWS. You know, Dancing with the Stars. But thanks to the Longhorn Network, it's really getting a workout. With unrivaled coverage of our team, exclusive games, and more, it's 24 hours a day of everything I love about Texas. I'd highly recommend it for the secret TV in every fan's home.
Well, after a 3-0 start, Texas gets their first bye week of the season this weekend. Although don't think for a second that Mack Brown and his coaches are using the week off to get ready for the October 8th game against number 1 OU. After Paul Rhodes brought his Iowa State team into Austin last year and upset the Horns, Mack knows they will need all the time they can get for the Cyclones. Iowa State and the young UT secondary were among the topics when Lo Galindo sat down with the coach Monday.
Dwayne Aquina told me last week that this group is exceeding expectations, which is a huge thing for him to say because the expectations are so high for this group. What have you seen from that secondary?
They've played older than their age. We're sitting here with older safeties that know what to do. They've got experience, but young corners that have played very few snaps in football. And all of a sudden now, the entire secondary, in some cases too deep, has stepped up and playing really well.
I found it interesting in your initial press conference of the year going into the season opener against Rice. You said, it seems like we have good leadership on the team. You were asked about that. It seems like we have good leadership. What do you know as far as leadership now after 3 games?
You can't tell about your leadership until you get in trouble. And we were in trouble the fourth quarter against Brigham Young. The guys pulled together. They stepped up. They did everything they needed to do to win the game. And I thought that pulled us together, and that leadership was very obvious in the early part of the game at UCLA.
Let's take that next step, because right now it's the bye week. What happens when there's not a game on the schedule for your team?
You're working on game plans for Iowa State and really for the next 3 teams, because you have another break after Iowa State, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma State, 3 undefeated teams. But your focus will be on Iowa State. We will not practice today. We'll come back and have a very physical practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We'll give the players off Friday, Saturday, and they will come back and practice Sunday for the next week's preparation. But since we're young on offense and defense, we've got new systems, this will be a week that we'll continue to work on what we need to do to progress in the packages on both sides of the ball. We've got to shore up our kicking game. It's not we're not hitting on all cylinders there, so we have to do that. And then as the players take off for the weekend and rest their bodies and minds, our coaches will head out recruiting, and they'll work Friday night and Saturday night trying to get ready to look for players for next year.
When it comes to recruiting, what is the reaction right now after coming off the losing season last season to this 3-0 start now with a lot of newness offensively and defensively?
First, Lowell, I'm so proud of this freshman class because 23 guys committed to us last year. We had our problems. 22 stuck with us, which I thought was a tremendous message about the University of Texas and the place and the character and the quality of these young guys that told us they would come, and they did.
Cyclones 3-0 for the first time since 2005, and they got you last season.
Paul Rhodes is tough. He's feisty. They outcoached us. They outplayed us. They outhit us last year, very much like UCLA. It's going to be a night game now at 6 o'clock. They'll be screaming and shouting. It'll be a tremendous atmosphere. Road Warriors have to go up to Ames again and take on a bunch that'll be ready to play, so it ought to be a great game. Paul has done a tremendous job. Yeah. This isn't the Iowa States of old. Iowa State can play. They're good. They're confident. They're getting good quarterback play. I think we'll see a great game in Ames in 2 weeks.
Well, as the coach knows, Iowa State exploited Texas last year, and one of the biggest focal points for Mack Brown this offseason was developing a downhill power running game. He went all the way to Athens, Georgia to bring in longtime offensive line coach Stacy Searles. While Searles has brought new techniques, new ideas, and a fresh perspective, there are some old exercises that the ball coach still uses. We go all access to see how the hog mollies and the running backs are bonding.
Push up position. We got 20 more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, Make sure Snow does it. This guy right here.
Yeah, focus in on Snow. Just his face.
Good too.
I'm perfect
at doing them. The push-ups just extra conditioning. When practice is over, we're still gonna do more than everybody else.
It got started because Coach Searles didn't have any guns.
Here we go. Push-up position.
We told him that he needed to do push-ups to get stronger.
20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He just keeps going up with the numbers, and, you know, we make him do push-ups, and we just do push-ups to help him, you know, feel better about himself.
You're killing me. Just make sure you do them. You can get the players, all right? That's who needs to be doing it.
I think that could be accredited to Coach Searles' physique. And the other day he said his wife liked Kenny Chesney.
You know Kenny Chesney can do 300 push-ups in 10 minutes?
I think he saw the correlation that if he looked more like Kenny Chesney, his wife would find him more attractive. So in the long run, that equals us doing push-ups with him.
I want our guys strong, and I need to work out too.
It's actually multiplied out from just the offensive line now. Now the running backs joining in.
We got 20 more. Here we go. Cody, you got them. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3.
The push-ups with the O-line is very simple. It's basically showing our commitment to the offensive line and showing how we appreciate everything they do.
They're the guys that have to get the play started, and doing those push-ups, you know, help make them tougher physically as well as mentally.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
The running backs and linemen, we get down at the end of practice, and we do anywhere from 60 to 110 push-ups.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Echo, echo, echo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Felt a great deal of respect once they came down and started doing the push-ups with us. Even Coach Applewhite gets down and does a push-up with us. They're weak push-ups, but he does them.
Get that damn camera out of my damn face.
The good teams that I've been around that have run the football, there's been that combination of those backs and that offensive line, that continuity that you try to build. You try not to force it. You just try to bring it about. And I think the players see that Coach Searles and I get along, and so it's coming. It's developing. I don't know about my chest, but the continuity's developing.
How would you describe Coach Applewhite's push-up form?
Pitiful. That pretty much sum it up.
And yours?
Outstanding.
Sit down! Sit down! Sit down! Sit down! He did 19!
Let's have some more fun, even more fun than watching Major do push-ups. It's extra time. And in 2009, Jesse Holley was on Michael Irvin's reality show that gave the winner a tryout at the Dallas Cowboys training camp. Holley won the invite and then was put on the practice squad last year and actually called up to the team last year. Had not caught a pass, though. This is Cowboys 49ers, OT 24-all. Look at Holley. Catches the ball from Tony Romo. Is he going to get in there? He's going to get flagged down. Oh, just short. He hadn't caught a pass in his career before this game. Finished with 3 catches for 96 yards. This is 1 minute later in real time. Holley is just going to go nuts on the sideline. Now, they didn't score yet. They're still trying to punch it in and win this thing. You see everyone having fun with them? Still 24-24. Okay, let's go 2 minutes later. What is Holley doing now? He's still going nuts. DeMarcus Ware is having fun with them. This is real time, folks, and you can tell it's still 24-all. This game is still going on. 3 minutes later, guess what he's doing? He can't control himself. He's about to pass out. Ogletree's going to help him out. 4 minutes later, let's check this out. He's going to go to his knees. Holley could not deal with it anymore. That is extra for today. The Cowboys did end up winning that game, although it was not Holley who got in there. That's going to do it for us. Wednesday, we got another great show lined up for you. Check us out, Longhorn Extra, right here on LHN.